Aloha siblings. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a bit different from what I've done in the past. I'm going to be reading a story from a collection of Grimm's fairy tales that I found on Project Gutenberg, which I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description for that. And at the same time that I'm reading the story to you, I'm going to be typing the story as I read along, and then I will also be, since I'm typing it, I figured I might as well have the output going to a word processor thing so that you can see what I'm reading, what I'm typing, and then hear what I'm saying. And then of course the mechanical keyboard is mic'd as well. So let's see if this unusual combination of stimuli ends up being worth anything for anybody. So yeah, I guess let me do the YouTuber thing. If you liked the video, please click the thumbs up. If you like it enough, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell. I have links for social media and Patreon in the description. The Patreon is $1 a month tip jar. If you're not interested in a monthly commitment of anything like that, there is a one-time thank you button that YouTube provides. So if you just want to give me $1 once, that's fine. If you're not interested in that, that's fine. You can skip all of that as well. Let's see, did I say like, subscribe, notification bell? Oh, comment on other people's comments. Have a little conversation about whatever it is that's happening that you find interesting or the like. Also, share the video with your friends. That's a helpful thing to me as well to get the channel to grow. I also do every Saturday night a live stream at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So, whatever the time is in California, that's what it is. So at 8 p.m. Saturday nights. And I guess that's about it. So, yeah, so let's go to me typing and reading and the like. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully I won't have to edit this too badly from all the noises from upstairs. So here we go. Let me move this here. So this story is called The Frog King, or Iron Henry. And okay. So let's just go to here, shall we? Let me scoot over a bit. No, that's not going to work. Let me scoot over a bit. I need to move all of this, don't I? Because I can't. Well, that'll be fine. I'll just have to edit it as best I can. The Frog King, or Iron Henry. In old times, when wishing was having, there lived a king whose daughters were all beautiful. Oops, I said sodders, didn't I? How do we go fix that? Daughters were all I don't type as well on this mechanical keyboard as I do on my ergonomic one, but in any case, daughters were all beautiful. But the youngest, holy mackerel, the youngest was so beautiful that the sun itself, which has seen so much, was astonished whenever it shone Close by the king's castle lay a great dark forest, and under an old lime tree in the forest was a fountain. When the day was very warm, the king's child went out into the forest and sat down by the side of the cool fountain. Okay. And when she was dull, she took a golden ball and threw it up in the air and where did I say that and caught it. And this ball was her favorite plaything. Now, it so happened one day the king's daughter's, it happened one day, the king's daughter's golden, where did I go to the king's daughter's? Golden ball did not fall into the little hand which she was holding up for it, but on to the ground and rolled straight into the water. The king's daughter followed it with her eyes. Oops. But it vanished, and the well was deep. So deep that the bottom could not be seen. On this she began to cry and cried louder and louder and could not be comforted. And as she thus lamented, someone said to her, "What ails you, king's daughter?" so that even a stone would show pity. She looked round to the side from whence the voice came, and saw a, oopsie daisy, I just noticed that even a stone, okay, whence the voice came, there we go, came and saw a frog stretching its thick, ugly head from the water. Ah. Where'd it go? Ah. Where'd the ah go? Ah. Old water splasher, is it you? Said she. I am weeping for my golden ball, which has fallen into the fountain. Oops. Be quiet and do not weep, answered the frog. I can help you, but what will you give me if I bring your plaything up again? Oops. Up, there we go. There we go. Whatever you will have, dear frog, said she. My clothes, my pearls and jewels, and even the golden crown which I am wearing. The frog answered, I do not care for your clothes, your pearls and jewels, or your golden crown, there we go. But if you will love me and let me be your companion and playfellow and sit by you at your little table and eat off your little golden plate and drink out of your little cup and sleep in your little bed, if you will promise me this, I will go down below and bring your golden ball up again. Oh, yes, said she. Oops. I promise you all you wish if you will but bring my ball back again. She, however, thought how the silly frog does talk. He lives in the water with the other frogs and croaks and can be no companion to any human being. But the frog, when he had received this promise, put his head into the water and sank down. In a short time he came swimming up again with the ball in his mouth and threw it on the grass. The king's daughter was delighted to see her pretty plaything once more and picked it up. Where did it go? Picked it up and ran away with it. Oops. I gotta fix some stuff up here. Okay, let's go there. And where were we at now? And ran away with it. Wait, said the frog. Take me with you. I can't run as you can. But what did it avail him to scream his croak, forced to go back into his fountain again. Okay, I gotta go fix all those errors, hadn't I? There we go. To no avail. Wait, what in the world now? Alright. And soon. Ran home and soon forgot the poor frog who was forced to go back. What is this wanting me to do? Cancel. Okay, into his fountain again. You know, I'm going to scroll this a bit. Okay, here we go. The next day, when she had seated herself at the table with the king and all the courtiers, and was eating from her little golden plate, something came creeping, splish, splash. Oh, splash, splash. Where was I with that splish, splash? Up the marble staircase. When it got to the top, it knocked at the door and cried, "King's daughter, youngest." Youngest, there we go. King's daughter, youngest. Open the door. Oops, there we go. Open the door. She ran to see who was outside. But when she opened the door, there sat the frog in front of it. Then she slammed the door in great haste, sat down to dinner again, and was quite frightened. The king saw plainly that her heart was beating violently, and said, there we go. My child, replied she, it is no giant, but a disgusting frog. Okay. What does the frog want with you? Ah, dear Father, yesterday when I was in the forest, sitting by the fountain, playing, my golden ball fell into the water, and because I cried so, the frog brought it out again for me. And because he insisted so on it, I promised him he should be my companion. But I never, be my companion. But I never thought he would be able to come out of the water. And I got two C's over there. Thought he'd be able to come out of the water. And now he is here and wants to come in. In the meantime, it knocked a second time and cried, King's daughter, youngest, open to me. Don't you remember yesterday and all that you to me did say? Beside the cooling fountain's spray. Don't you remember yesterday and all that you did say beside the cooling fountain spray? Oops. King's daughter, youngest, open to me. Oops, I skipped an end there, didn't I? Okay. Then said the king, that which you have promised you must perform. lift me up beside you. Oops, there we go. Dot, dot, dot. Lift me up beside you. She delayed until at last the king commanded her to do it. When the frog was once on the chair, he wanted to be on the table, and when he was on the table, wait, here we go. When he said, now push your little golden plate nearer to, oops, near to me that we may eat together. At length, oops, length, I didn't need to capitalize length, let's go back. At length he said, I have eaten and am satisfied. Now I am tired. Carry me into your little room and make your little silken bed ready, and we will both lie down and go to sleep. The king's daughter began to cry, for she was afraid of the cold frog, which she did not like to touch, and which was now to sleep in her pretty clean little bed. Here, let's go scroll over here a little bit. Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay, hang on, I think I skipped some stuff here by accident. Here I did skip a thing. Let's go back. You know, I'm just going to retype it all, so let's just go back. I'll just do Okay, where are we at now? Here. Now I am tired. Carry me into here. No. So we may eat together. There we go. That's what I have to do. I skipped this phrase, or this bit right here. By accident here. Okay. So we may eat together. All right. She did this, but it was easy to see that she did not do it willingly. That she did not do it willingly. of, there we go, king's daughter. Holy mackerel. Okay. Wait, what the hell just happened? So we may both lie down and go to sleep. Right. Wait, what is that? Lie down and go to sleep. Okay, I guess somehow I'm thinking the king's daughter began to cry, for she was afraid of the cold frog, which she did not like to touch, and which was now to sleep in her, oops, not here, her pretty clean little bed. Okay, for she was afraid of the cold frog. There we go. In her clean little bed. But the king grew angry and took him up. Oh, wait. I keep somehow getting my eye in the wrong spot. The king grew angry and said, not dade, said, and where are we at again? Okay, but the king grew angry and said, he who helped you when you were in trouble ought not afterward to be despised. Yeah, despised. There we go. Afterward not be despised. So she took hold of the frog with 2 fingers, carried him up stairs, and put him in a corner. But when she was in bed, he crept to her and said, I am tired. I want to sleep as well as you. I am tired. I want to sleep as well as I want to sleep. I want to sleep as well as you. Lift me up, or I will tell your father. Your father. There we go. Right? And I will tell your father. she was terribly angry. But she went. She was terribly angry and took him up and threw him with all her might against the wall. Now you will be quiet, odious frog, said she. But when he fell down, he was no frog, but a king's son with beautiful, kind eyes. He, by her father's will, was now her dear companion and husband. Then he told her how he had been bewitched by a wicked witch. Okay, I gotta go search it. Let's go to this. I got bewitched by a wicked witch, and how no one could have delivered him from, oops, not for, from fountain, but herself, and that tomorrow they would go together to his kingdom. Then they went to sleep, and next morning, when the sun awoke them, a coach came rolling up, drawn by 8 white horses. Oops, with, where'd you go? With white ostrich feathers on their heads. Ostrich feathers on their heads. They were harnessed with golden chains, and behind stood the young his master was changed into a frog, that he had 3 iron bands laid round his heart, lest it should burst with grief and sadness. The coach was to conduct the young king into his kingdom. Faithful Henry helped them both in and placed himself behind again and was full oops and was full of come on up, there we go, full of joy because of this deliverance. And when they had driven a part of the way, the king's son heard a cracking behind him. Where did it go? Behind him, as if something had broken. So he turned round and cried, "Henry, the coach does break." No, no, my lord, you do mistake. It is the band around my heart. That felt such great and bitter smart when you were in the fountain strange. When you were in the fountain strange, let's go scroll this a little bit, shall we? We're almost over. The fountain strange. When you into a frog were changed. Again and once again, while they were on their way, something cracked, and each time the king's son seems to follow that sort of typical thing, doesn't it? And anyway, I don't know if that's, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that tale. And I hope that maybe the combination of reading and typing and me speaking and all of that stuff was I don't know. I hope you liked it. Anyway, until the next video, aloha siblings.